representative in that year in the Shir Hashirim. So that was the end. But 3-4 years later, he was by a farbrengs of the Rabbi, Shabbos Bereshis, I think, or something. And between the sichas, the Rebbe called him over. And the Rebbe said to him, "Dacht sich mir, als mein Vorsteher hat gefällt bei jener Yerid." And he couldn't understand what the Rebbe was saying. And then he remembered that the last Friday, he wasn't feeling well. And he didn't say, came late to shul, he didn't say Shir Hashirim. So he said he learned from the story 2 things. He learned from the Rebbe's Ruach HaKodesh. He has to learn it. That the Rebbe will say Sa'al Meirachik, and that the Rebbe saw that, but he missed the Shir Hashirim. And he said he saw that when the Rebbe said that I've been a first day in Yemen Yerid, wasn't a nice line. It wasn't a good word. He made kipshute. That the Rebbe said he should say Shir Hashirim because he should be a representative of the Rebbe. And if he doesn't say it, felt the stack. A chassid has to be together with the Rebbe. When we're together with the Rebbe, when we're in the Rebbe's world, then things go different. Then it's part of the show. But you have to know 2 things. First of all, you have to know as Shmerat. The Rebbe says, to be in the Rebbe's world, that's Tomechei. It's a demand. It's a responsibility. It means it's an expectation. You have to work hard. It's a shterfarach. To be in the Rebbe's world means it's an avodah. To have that yechida. To be focused on the fact that we're together with the Rebbe. It says in the pasuk, this week's parsha, says Yosef, Chazal say, what saved Yosef in the Erva Sa'aretz in Mitzrayim, in the biggest challenges, and he reminded himself that he's with the Rebbe. So he said, that's all it takes? No. It's a hard thing. It works. It's a tool. It's something that we have that's effective, that saves, that a part of the Mishalim. What else do we look for besides that? But wait, are you ready to do it? There's other options. Ken Zaina Peilisha, Ken Zaga Shir Hashirim. The first option that the Rebbe gave him is take an easy way out. Put on your shtreimel. You know, the reason why I'm sitting here, but I guess I'm a Panim Chadash, even a Shever Keli, but so what do? I sit, finish learning Sifir, finish davening and dancing. I get WhatsApps. I get this. I got today a WhatsApp. 6 minutes, I think, of a bunch of guys with Steinlach and upright singing Bani Yeflach Bach. With one guy holding a cup of wine and going with I was very inspired. And then this guy with the upright sitting, if I know who he is, doesn't give the thing. Just you know how it works. Then he tells them to listen. You know what? Put on your shtreimel, jump up and down. That's the first option the Rebbe gave him. The Rebbe said, my way is too schwer. You want to first of all choose, be a pele, shepherd, and a shtraimo, eat kugel. That's one way. To have the pada, to have the yichida, to be focused and conscious. As du bist mit der Rebbe, that you're in the Rebbe's mirid. It's work. It's work that saves us and lifts us up, picks us up. Decide if you're ready for that work. Decide if you're ready for that effort. The second step is that if we're ready for the effort, if I'm ready to be in the Rebbe's yirid, so not necessarily is it going to be in the way that I expect. Could be the Rebbe wants me to be his representative somewhere else, not in the place that I expected. But now it's going to be being there, not as a rebel with a shtraimo and having fun and jumping up and down. No, you're finished. Now you're a representative. Now it's Rabbi Madi Madi. You're here as a first day of the Rebbe. It means that you have the same effort over there. You're working. It means that whatever world you're in, here, he wasn't feeling well Friday afternoon. In the Yirid from Shirashirim, if you're not feeling well, you're exempt. You got a doctor's note. I didn't know Shirashirim today. I came late. I'm free. I'm patra. It's Nachmana Patra. Right? There's a shtigo on Crown Street. There's probably a few, the Rebbe. And the Rebbe had passed away. The Rebbe was running the shtigo. And someone was there once. And she told him, on Shabbos, whatever, said she made this Shabbos 24 different kilos. 24 kilos. Why 24 kilos? Just for the 24 kilo ilum chastis. People should be 10 kilo ilum chastis. How many kilo ilum chastis are there?
26.
26. So the guy asked her, it's 26 kilo ilum chastis. He said, Farsicha yanoy de Rishu and machet nishkinti. So you could have, you could have the yirid of the kilo. Okay, It's good, it's a fight. Ki berabba yuimadi means our yirid is the yirid of the Rebbe. The yirid of the Rebbe means I'm ready to put in the effort. It means I'm ready to commit. It's Yitzhak Kislev, right? That means we just had the Kinnus HaShluchim 19 days ago, more or less, give or take, right? Thousands of people, of Chassidim, who choose and decided that our Yirid is the Rebbe's Yirid. That whatever sacrifice it entails, whatever effort it entails, our world is the world of the Rebbe. But not that means, so therefore they're going to be in some higher elam, like this person thought, so no more shit. No, so now the Rebbe is going to decide where we're going to implement that, where we're going to bring it out. When it comes to Yitzhak Kislev, so each one of us has to make sure that we apply it to ourselves. What is the pada b'shalom in my day-to-day life? What's the kibbur rabim hayu imadi? We have our dancing, and we have our sudas, and we have our extra time off from Seder Mistama. A little, yeah. You just heard before, Amo, they didn't have time for a Chalukas Hashas in Yitzchak Kislev. How much time does it take to make a Chalukas Hashas? How much time do you spend on Chalukas Hashas? They didn't learn it on Yitzchak Kislev. They did the Chalukah. 5 minutes. You give it out. How long does it take? They didn't have time for Chalukas Hashas. They were in a higher world. Learning Gemara, learning Gans Shas, Atakana from the Alter Rebbe, the Chahei Gizach. But everything is relative. They were in a higher world. Even for that, they didn't have time. They had time only for Erev Chayis Nafsheinu Nitinlan. Then it changed. Now we have time. We have more time. But the Yitzchak Kislev, can't lose focus of the Iker. That this is Erev Chayis Nafsheinu Nitinlan. This is a time when we have to strengthen ourselves in our appreciation of understanding what it means to us. Everything that you learn in Chassidus is a gift. Yeah, you hear it? Shh. I was in Pinchas Reis, the best halachas of the Alter Rebbe, this is my mother.
He would roll after the Alter Rebbe.
Would roll after the Alter Rebbe.
What?
And the Alter Rebbe said a Maimer, and he went into Advekas, and he rolled on the floor, so everyone else was missing words, and he rolled after the Alter Rebbe, so he didn't miss a word. But don't forget that Masach Maifas, one of the stories is that once on Sukkot, Tishrei Achaz gave to them. And one Tishrei, that Pinchas Reis was sick, wasn't feeling well, and he couldn't go to the Alter Rebbe. What?
You never did.
Yeah, I heard the mice. I heard the mice. What happened? Sukkot, the Rebbe was farbrengs. In the middle of the farbrengs, the Alter Rebbe said, Pinchas isn't feeling well. He said, was ich kann nicht geben, kann ich nicht geben. What I can't help him with, I can't help him with. But I refer Shalema that I mentioned. That's what the Alter Rebbe said in the middle of the farbrengs. The Pinchas is the Chovevei Gvir. So when the Chassidim came back to the hometown, so they went to his house, and they told him, give him mashka for Rabbi, because we have something to tell you, but you have to pay for it. We have a story to tell you, we have news to tell you. Dr. Rebbe spoke about it. So he gave mashka for Rabbi, and they said, oh, Dr. Rebbe said, they're violated by the farbrengs. There were also the other Chassidim who didn't travel to the Yom, who weren't able to go there. This Gala developed. At the same time, there was also a farbrengs over there where Pinchas was. And in the middle of the farbrengs, suddenly Pinchas Reis gave a scream, "Oy, Rebbe!" And he said, the Rebbe, he's thinking about me now. At the same time that Alter Rebbe spoke about him, he screamed, "Oy, Rebbe, the Rebbe." So Chassidim didn't like that a Chassid should cry with Ruach HaKodesh, should cry with Rebbe should happen. So instead of complimenting, they wanted to take him to task. Why are you playing Rebbe Shemaisis? Why are you showing Ruach HaKodesh? Why are you showing that you're knowing from the distance what the Alter Rebbe is doing? So he told them it's not Ruach HaKodesh. How did he know that the Alter Rebbe was thinking about it? He said, my first time I went to Yeshivas, I gave over to the Alter Rebbe my Naran, my Nefesh Neshama. The second time I went to Yeshivas, I gave him my Chayim. The third time I went to Yeshivas, I gave him my Yechidah. If my Nefesh Neshama Chayim Yechidah by the Alter Rebbe, so then of course I know what's going on by the Alter Rebbe. It doesn't take Ruach HaKodesh. That's the story. Freilich bei euch.
Ein Minute. Erstens, everyone should say L'chaim. Achzidische Farbrengen, Kenufton, Kemalach, Mechol, Nishtufton. Chovevei, sag L'chaim, heb of the cost. Sag L'chaim, let's say L'chaim together. L'chaim, Rabbi Wagner, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi is the guy who's Shem of Furdish. Mechol, Akiva, Gersh, Ben, Rachel, Bach. So haben vor Schleimo Greva. Soll nicht bleiben Kirischen. So können tanzen auf the Tischen, verbringen 48 hours straight. The way he likes verbringen. Ayutas Kislev. On the Lamas Vestarian.
Amen.
La Hashem HaYeshua.
Amen.
Dave should do himself a favor and give Rabbi Akiva for Shleima. Pashmis. L'chaim. L'chaim.
So the story sounds very strange. Here, Rabbi Pinchas raises is telling them, not a Rebbesh thing, not a big deal, yeah, not Ruach HaKodesh. What is it? What is it? Oh, I gave over my nefesh of the Tomechei Yeshiva to Alter. What does that mean? That's simple. That's like everyone could do that. Drop it off. Come to 770 in Tishrei. What happens? All the steps are packed with suitcases. So everyone dropped their suitcases there, so therefore they know what's going on in 770. Doesn't mean I left my nefesh shiluch neshama. I gave over my nefesh shiluch neshama chai yechid to Alter Rebbe. It's not ruach hakodesh. It's just a technical thing. Pinchas raises told that he's in the Yerid of Alter Rebbe. He's not staying in his hometown because he's looking for an easy way out. Because he's not feeling well, like the Yid who wasn't feeling well, therefore he didn't say Shir Hashirim because he's exempt. He has his shlichus from the Alter Rebbe. He belongs to the Alter Rebbe. He's in the world of the Alter Rebbe. He's in the Yerid of the Alter Rebbe, and therefore no matter where he is a Negiah only what does the Rebbe expect from him and need from him and looking from him in this matzah and in this place. And if that's my outlook, if that's my approach, then I'm going to know I'm going to be connected with the Rebbe no matter where I am. And Rabbi Chassidus said that's for every person. Everyone is shaykh to that. It's not a Rebbe thing, it's not a Nuchlistic thing, it's not a Mitzvah Heichel Bakrega. There was, Rabbi Pinchas was a Gvir, so he had a fancy house. The fancy house was called then a Beis Chayma, a Meir Shul, place, a brick house. It was like today a mansion, a monster house. He had a fancy house, so they needed Gvirim. So once he was by the Alter Rebbe, and the Alter Rebbe said to him, Pinchas, wie kommst du dir a Beis Chayma? It's a fancy house. Wie kommst du dir a Beis Chayma? You're a chassid, you're a sheep. So Rabbi Pinchas said to the Rebbe, said, Gloy mir, as many bricks as there are in the house, as I feel Tränen habe ich herabgelassen, wie kommt zu Pinchas a Beis Chayma? That's how many tears I cried. Like a passage. He said, but, why do I have it then? Is it private? He said, because if Pinchas has a Beis Chayma, this is what he said to Alter Rebbe. So then when there's an asifa in the city, macht man das bei Pinchas im Stub. He has a nice house. Und als der asifa ist bei Pinchas im Stub, kann Pinchas tun a teva für die chassidische Malamed in Stadt. He said, and if the Alter Rebbe says I should give it up, I'm ready to give it up right now. The Rebbe said you could keep it. It's the pshat. He was in the Alter Rebbe's Yerid. So his fancy house was part of the Alter Rebbe's Yerid. Now that he's in the Alter Rebbe's Yerid, so as the Alter Rebbe's Vorsteher, as the Alter Rebbe's representative, Hatar Hashem Shtuka, that's another way to do the shlichus of the Alter Rebbe. Nothing is for him. It's not Etzay Lamaza. It's not his world. the first day. It's the way to represent the Alter Rebbe. There was once a hunger, a drought, a recession over there. Recession, so they made up, there was a very wealthy Misnagid also. So Rabbi Pinchas and the Misnagid made up that Rabbi Pinchas will be in charge of Ishalton, the Chassidish Arim alike. And the Misnagid, the wealthy Misnagid, will take care of the Misnagid Arim alike. They each committed, it was a big commitment. So there was once this poor man came to Rabbi Pinchas. He knocked on the door, and asked him. Pinchas said, we have a deal, we have an arrangement, and go to the Misnagid. I take care of the Chassidim. And they were each going overextending themselves. It wasn't Stam, it was right. This poor man was really very, very hungry. He was at the end of his line, and right after Pinchas sent him away, he fell on the floor, died of hunger. So Pinchas' face turned colors. So, and he went straight to the Alter Rebbe. And he took his keys, and he put them on the table, and he said to the Alter Rebbe, Ich kann nicht sein kein Arbeitsstocker, seid ihr die Arbeitsstocker. He said, I can't be the Arbeitsstocker. He said, was? So he told him what happened. So the Alter Rebbe told him, you go be a Arbeitsstocker and do your best. That's the story that it says. I want to ask you, which keys did he bring the Alter Rebbe? As I state the Meister, he went and he put the keys on the table, he said, Alter Rebbe, you be the Gabbat stuck. If I give the keys, I mean the keys to the yeshiva's account, which keys did he give? He was giving his money to the poor people. He committed. Oh, he's Gabbai Tzedakah. What's Gabbai Tzedakah? What was he giving up over here? L'cheira, he gave the keys to his money. The keys to his vault and to his safety deposit box. Das heißt, dass l'cheira, right? He said he understood he has that money as a Gabbai Tzedakah because he's in the Yerid of the Alter Rebbe. So therefore, wherever else he ends up, that's because he's the first day of the Alter Rebbe. Mit Geld, mit Essen, mit Eishalt to mention, mit Ibermach in the Stadt, with whatever is needed and whatever is going on. When it starts off, when you say this, the Berabim Hayuimadi, that he reminds himself that I belong to the Rebbe. It's going to take effort. It means a sacrifice. But it's dear to me, it's precious to me. That's the world that I'm looking for. That's the world that I want to live in. So then no matter where I am, no matter what I'm involved with, it's not chas v'shalom that now I'm somewhere else. This is where the Rebbe needs a first day now. It's not that, okay, when I go to Liyajna, then I'm in Yechidus, and then when I come back home, then I'm a Gvir, then I'm busy with my money, I'm busy with my accounts, I'm busy with my phone, I'm busy with my WhatsApp, I'm busy with my games. Wherever I am, whatever Yerid I'm in, whatever Yerid I'm involved in, it's a first day of the Alter Rebbe. It's because the Alter Rebbe needs a first day. Like the Rebbe said to that Chassid, it's because the Rebbe needs a first day. Yites Kislev, When it's pada b'sholim nafshi ki b'rabim hayu imadi, we have to find that in our lives. We have to realize it for ourselves. What's precious to us? This chassid that I told you, this Rabbi Gorovnik, wasn't a Lubavitcher. But he said, I don't care how hard it is. The yirid that's important to me, the yirid that's precious to me, the state in life that I want is to be in the Rebbe, to be mekusher to the Rebbe. That's what it is. And if I'm ready to make that commitment, what that means is that wherever the Rebbe wants me to be, with whatever effort it takes, and whatever work it takes, and whatever it demands from me, I'm doing that as the first day of the Rebbe. So that gives me tremendous patience and tremendous success, and tremendous responsibility. That I can't have an easy way out. I can't have the yetzer with the kugel with the dancing. There's a mission, there's a job, and we have to refocus on that. That's the air. L'chaim is nafshei v'yitin. L'chaim l'bracha. L'chaim. Nachat. And here he was a chassid. Chassid, he was worried. My son has a good head, but better have me yeshus. By a chassid, the worst thing is yeshus. Manish kimitzias. If he's so good, he's going to start feeling good about himself. He's going to start feeling big about himself. The Alshich was in the times of the Arizal. Everyone knows the story. The Alshich used to fall asleep by the drashas of the Arizal. But once the Alshich was giving a drasha, Shabbos Parshas Chayisara, and the Arizal was there by the Alshich drasha. The Alshich was darshaning in the middle of the drasha. The Arizal got up and walked out. Arizal was the tzaddik, yeah? So the Alshich had a huge chilishus adas. He felt it must be as their hot up is a pagam, it's a chsarim. How would the Arizal walk out in the middle of his drasha? So right afterwards, he finished, he ran to the Arizal, and he asked him for a tikkun for whatever pagam he had that caused the Alshich, that caused the Arizal to leave in the middle. So the Arizal told him there was no pagam. He said, when a emes darshan, halta drasha, so the people that he speaks about come and they attend the drasha. So came Shabbos Chayesara, the Al-Shechat B'darshan, the Pasha of Chayesara, so Avraham was there, Sarah was there, and Lahavdil, Ephraim was there. Ephraim. So the drasha went very well. Went very well. It went very well. So Budakos, right? The also felt good about himself. The guy, but he felt good. And he felt good about himself, but even that Dakos thing, Avraham and Sarah, the fish can't save him. They couldn't handle this Dakos Yashas. So they left. So the Rizal said that they could bring him with Ephraim. So by Chassidim, the worst thing was a small Dakos Yashas. So this father sees he has a Yehuyish son, the Tomechei Dikikah. So he's bothered. He went to the Alter Rebbe, my son. I'm worried about his Yeshus. He's going to get Yeshus for his good to come. So the Alter Rebbe said, bring him to me. So he brought him to the Alter Rebbe. So the Alter Rebbe asked this Bacher a question. So the Alter Rebbe said, is that good to kasha? He said, yeah. So the Alter Rebbe told him a teretz. So the Alter Rebbe said, is that good to teretz? He said, yeah. So the Alter Rebbe asked him a question on the answer. Is that good to kasha? He said, yeah. So the Alter Rebbe told him a teretz. This a few times. So the Alter Rebbe said to him, whatever I say, you say this is good. That's hastish kennen lernen. So with this, the Alter Rebbe was mevaker his yeshus. Abraham is a good yeah, and a great Tam Chachma. And he used to always come to the Alter Rebbe and talk and learn. So once after he was grown up already, he came to the Alter Rebbe. And they were talking, the Alter Rebbe told him a tshuva from the Maram Rottenberg. And in that tshuva, the Maram Rottenberg says a certain chiddush. And he brings a raya. And you look at it, it looks like it's a flimsy raya. But that's the raya he brings. The Alter Rebbe says to this chassid, could you think of a stronger raya to this chiddush of the Merami Rottenberg? Stronger raya. Thought, he brought 7 rayas from Shaf to the chiddush of the Merami Rottenberg. Then the Alter Rebbe brought him another 8 rayas from other places. They have 15 strong rayas. So the Alter Rebbe said to him, that's 15 strong rayas. Why did the Maram Rottenberg bring one schwache raya? One of them goy for the ganze Sache. So the Alter Rebbe then went and he slugged up all the 15 rayas. The Gudin are there in schwache raya. So the Alter Rebbe said to him like this, you think that the Maram Rottenberg thought about the 15 rayas, and he thought about the pirchas for the 15 rayas, and then he went and he found only the 16th rayas. No. So that was the way of the Rishonim, they went directly to their emes. So on another occasion, the Alter Rebbe illustrated this with a mashal. He said a person is in a dark room and he's looking for the door. Get there a top door, he opens a knob, and he goes, or maybe he bangs his head, he realizes that was really a window. So he has to go back and start all over again, go the other direction. Everything is by trial and error, nothing is sure. Turn on the light in the room, you don't look at the other places. You go directly to the door because you see where everything is. By the Rishonim, it was light by them. They went directly to the emes. So besides this is I'm reading the Gemara about what the Rishonim is. Besides that, also the Pshat, just wait, Ayitis Kislev, we got became light. What became light? Turned on the light. What's this? We got oir and we got chayis. What's the oir? Oir means when we learn chassidus, werd by uns lichtig, then we get clarity. Without chassidus, there's no clarity. Everything is trial and error, and maybe. Like the story they said that Mr. was on his deathbed. And he asked they should bring him right before he dies at Salem, just in case, to be safe. Well, it's not a joke, isn't it? It's really, someone is almost sure, yeah? So they say that the chassid asked him, it's not good yet. Is there an Eibushter? Of course there's an Eibushter. Sure, 100% there's an Eibushter. Could you swear a shvur deiraisa that there's an Eibushter? A shvur deiraisa? Is that the Hayyam? Yeah. Chassidus, first means we got clarity. So then the members, and this is a practical thing. This is when you look the way Chassidim lived and lived their lives. They live with certainty, with emes, with knowledge. Where do we get this from? This comes from learning Chassidus. This is our nachla today. Asher in Chiluni, Rabbi Seinu, what you learned today in the letter of the Rebbe Rashab. This is the Torah Chassidus that learn a minor Chassidus, and suddenly everything falls into place and makes sense. That's the oil, and there's the chayt. Next to Akasha, Bachar. I learned Chassidus already. How many years have you guys learned Chassidus? 6 years, 5 years? Right, you're in yeshiva already. Sisters, you're learning Chassidus and Chovevei. Sometimes not everything is so clear. The answer is, yeah, we have the tool. But am I taking advantage of it? Chassidus gave us that. Yitas Kislev is when we have to commemorate and appreciate and value what we got. But in order to take advantage of it, I have to learn Chassidus. Learn a mimer over and over. How many times did you learn? I have a person that came to me last year, Tisha. And he told me, I forget already now, he was going through a hard time. He made a achlata to learn the Maimer Pasach Eliyahu, I think it was 5,000 times. 5,000 times. Since then he told me, I met him again 2 months ago. He told me where he's up with.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, 11. Yes, 11.
And because of this, a bunch of Bachar, I read a few times, Bachar did 60 times the Maimer, Bachar did 20 times the Maimer. He told me how this changed his life. You want to learn Chassidus and appreciate it. No, it shouldn't just be words. We're passing through another date in the calendar. And today's slogan is Erev Chayis Nafsheinu Nitlan. All right, by then we finish on and we go on to life. You want it to mean something to you, you have to learn Chassidus. Learn a mimer over and over until it goes into your kishkas. Rabbi Marash once said to a chassid that he should learn a mimer, I think it was 60 times consecutively. What? What? 400 times?
He's never wrong.
And the chassid, a lot of times. And the chassid went, how's he going to learn a mimer? So he went into a hotel, got himself a room, he brought his towels and tefillin, stammer with some challah and kasha, schnitzel. And he went there and closed himself in there till he finished the amount of what the Ebmarash instructed him. And he said when he left, he didn't see the world, he saw the mind. You're not going to learn it 5,000 times. You're not going to learn it 400 times. Start with learning a Maimer 20 times. And you'll start seeing that it's going to start teaching you. It's going to start opening your eyes. We get that gift that now life is clear to us. Eibishter is clear to us. We're not being Hilchim B'Cheshet. We're the Ro Eir Gadol. But in order to have that Eir V'Chayis Nafsheinu the Eir, as by Yunus' Lichtig, which Chassidus gives us, after the Chlein of Chassidus, whichever minor it is, but take something and learn it. Our mindset is the mindset of Elam Hazah. Chassidus changes that. Chassidus changes our way of thinking and changes our consciousness and changes our outlook. But for that to happen, there has to be a rigorous activity over and over. I have once, twice a week, a physical therapist. I just had finally found I need it for a while. I spend most of my time, whatever, like lying in bed like that. So I got finally a physical therapist, a modern Orthodox guy. And he came yesterday. Today is Monday, yesterday. He didn't come for a week because I just finished COVID. So he can't come, so now he came. So he finished his session yesterday, and says, okay, you can go to your bed now. And I said, we're not finished. I said, this week is Yitas Kislev. Part of our therapy is we're going to dance now. We dance. It was hard for me. Okay. So this physical therapy comes twice a week. It makes me walk up and down the steps, push-ups on the counter, and I'm waiting for him to leave already. But he's strengthening my bones. I was in bad shape. It's a difference between a day since I started doing this. It doesn't go easy. In order for it to change, to take muscles that are being atrophied, whatever that means, and make the... So you have to, every time when he leaves, I'm out of breath for 20 minutes. But that's the only thing that makes a change. Chassidus is your Chassidus therapy. But in order for it to be effective, it's hard work. It has to be work. You got to do it and do it. When you say, I'm sick of this mimer already, I did it, it's coming out of my ear. Now learn that mimer. That's going to start penetrating you. It's going to start changing your way of thinking. It's going to start making you into a new person. I have a mechutim. His name is David Chastan. So he was a South African bacher running in Kfar Chabad. And he didn't have much of a background in Chassidus, but Mendel Futterfels was the mashpia. So he asked Mendel Futterfels to learn some Chassidus, and he did. So Mendel was learning some Chassidus. So he went with him a Maimer. They finished the Maimer. And Mendel says to him, Nu, Chazdan, we finished the Maimer. What do you want to do now? You want to learn a new Maimer? Or you want to learn the Maimer over? He says, we finished the Maimer. Let's learn a new Maimer. He says, Chazdan. He says, klotz. You think you know the Maimer? You learned it once? You think that? He says, okay, Mendel, let's learn the Maimer again. okay, he went to Maimer again. He finished the Maimer, he says, okay, what do you want to do now? Okay, we learned it twice, let's learn something else now. It's chassid, it's not close. You learned it twice, you don't know anything yet. He says, okay, remember, let's learn the Maimer again. So we did a third time. So what do you want to do now? Okay, we learned it 3 times, let's learn something else. It's not close, you don't know anything. Okay, remember, let's learn the Maimer again. Okay. He learned the Maimer a 4th time. He says, what do you want to do now? He says, remember, let's learn the Maimer again. Chassid, was das klotz? Wir mogen lernen the Maimer. Du kennst es doch auch nicht. Aber der Emphasis is Rabbi Chaim, Mikavitzer says, oh, I learned this already, I know this already, I know the concepts. Till you're not interested, you can't, and you're forcing yourself, and you're learning it. It has to go into you, both in time, in amount of times you're learning it, in amount of times you spend on it, in amount of times you spend thinking about it, in amount of time you spend davening with the Torah, you make it meaningful to you. That's when it becomes asemach lichtig. Then your world is different. Then you get clarity. Then you get certainty. It's an andere Welt. It's an andere level. Then we appreciate that when Chassidim farbrengs das Kislev, as it's Chag HaChagim, as it's Erev Chayis Nafshenu, that this is a bigger yontif than every other yontif. Yeah, because what we are celebrating today, and what we're appreciating today, and what we're realizing today, and what we're taking advantage of today, supersedes and is over and above everything else. We have to take advantage. Chaim l'chaim l'bracha. Jetzt fragt man Chassidus. There was a story that happened on Shavuos, if I remember correctly, that the Frierdiker Rebbe told the Rebbe about it. It says over there that the Frierdiker Rebbe said he's telling it to the Rebbe as a gift to the Rebbe. The story was that the Frierdiker Rebbe said that the Rebbe Rashab appeared to him. And when the Frierdiker Rebbe was then suffering very great health challenges. And he was suffering. And he complained to the Rebbe Rashab about his suffering, about his pain. So the Rebbe Rashab said to him, it says in the Haftarah of Shavuos, Ubehinasei hachayes v'nasu ha'yifanim me'alaretz. When the chayes, that's in the Ma'aser Merkava, it's talking about the different malachim. When the chayes get carried, so the yifanim, the other malachim get carried. The Rebbe Rashab touched it like this. Chayes, the chayes of Nisham, is a higher malach. Yifanim, that's the shayre, the makir of the Nefesh Shabam, this comes from the Yifanim. Yifanim is the lower ones. So when you lift up and carry higher your chayas of your neshama, that says that the neshama liegt in hechet. Yinasu ha'ifanim. Then the guf nefesh habahamis will also be lifted up. It's not gonna. Says the Rebbe Rashab was answering, what's the solution to the gashmistic problems? Ligin heguf dein neshama, ligin hechet. So it sounds like the Frierdiker Rebbe didn't like the answer. He felt that the answer is being dismissive of his suffering. He's suffering, and he thinks, so the Frierdiker Rebbe had said to him, it looks like the neshama is going to the other world and they forget what it was like here. That's what it is. Here? So the Rebbe Rashab said to him, this is not what the Frierdiker Rebbe is telling the Rebbe. Rebbe Rashab said to him, the problem is, I think it says over there that you try to work too much with Teva. And then the Frierdiker Rebbe said he woke up and it was 7:30. That's the way. That's the story that it says over here. And when you think about it, the skashers of the Frierdiker Rebbe to the Rebbe Rashab, Alachas Kama v'Kama B'Shas is having a chizoyin. Bechlal a people are tefus mocking given gashmis by the Frierdiker Rebbe. Frierdiker Rebbe should sparring with his father and not accept his answer and argue with him until he had to. When the Frierdiker Rebbe was complaining, he wasn't complaining about his own suffering. He was complaining about the suffering of Chassidim. Was mutschen sich in Eilam Haza, that's Eilam Chash Reishach Kafel U'Mechubba. That is Yiseinu Leireinu. We deal with our physical challenges. We want to be Chassidim. We want to be Chassidish Yidden. And the world stands in our way and makes obstacles every step we take. Ad Kedei Kach that the Frierdiker Rebbe was bothered by this, by the struggles of Chassidim. That he complained, he wanted the Rebbe Rashab to show more empathy. That Haneshama leaves the world, you're forgetting what it was like. You're like, you need this. But the Rebbe Rashab didn't back down. So the answer is, will be Nasi Hachayos, Hachayos Yinasu Haifanim Me'al Haaretz. The solution and the remedy and prescription for the Gashmistic problems. What's the Gashmistic problems? We all have Gashmistic problems. We have a Nefesh HaBahamis, we have a Ilam Haza that pulls us in different directions from where our Neshama wants us to go. Each person in his life and each person in his way, we have our struggles that make it difficult for us to be the way we want to be and we're supposed to be. Says the Rebbe Rashab, Behinad Midash Stein Hecher. Ligin Hecher. Oyer v'chayis nafsheinu nitin lanu. Immerse yourself in Avart Chassidus and you pick yourself up. B'meila yinasu ha'hifanim. Heipsichuf t'nefesh ha'bahamis. Lickst du nicht in die alle Sachen, you become higher than it. Chassid Raperetz Mochkin said that there's no difficulty in the world was mechanisch potte werden von dem durchstehen an Tefachach. There's no problem in the world that you can't free yourself from it durchstehen an Tefachach. Was heißt stehen an Tefachach? Liegen an Pesach. Let your mind be immersed in Avot Chassidus. We're constantly making choices. The choices being continue to live in our mundane plane in the world, or to pick yourself up to be in something higher. Make that choice. Take advantage. We got it today. It's Yitas Kislev, it's Rosh Hashanah L'Chassidus, it's our Chag HaChagim, it's our Oyer V'chayis T'Sheinu. But we have to be in that higher world. Zayin the Rebbe's Yidin, Zayin Binasei HaChayis, B'meila v'zayin the Yinasu HaChayis, Yinasu HaIfanim Me'al Haaretz, will be picked up from all difficulties and picked up from all obstacles, v'zayin Eir, v'zayin Bayun's Lichtig, the learning and the davening, the Yanim Luchdim and the Yanim Gashmim, and v'tarayin Tanzah for the Gula, for Yitas Kislev, in the Geula, and every year in the Geula, Amitas Vashlema take it Lianam. L'chaim, 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 l'racha. Great Gesundheit. There was a big barrel of mashke in the middle of the room, and the Chassidim were dancing around the barrel of mashke. And whenever they came to a certain place in the room, they would dip their head in it and say, and there was one chassid who dipped his head in, and his hat fell into the mashke. It wasn't so bad. So the Alter Rebbe was watching, and the Alter Rebbe said, Kaiva Yeshu inspiration. And I hear that chassid became very wealthy. So the next year there was another chassid that he made sure his hat fell in, but the Alter Rebbe didn't say anything. I don't know what the point of the story is. Obviously, this Kislev, Rosain by Yadreiner, Kaiva Yeshu inspiration. Alle Gashmiste Gesachen, alle Ruchmiste Gesachen, in Teva Nira Vanila. Amen. Chaim and Racha. In one of the Mamorim, Zayud Kislev Maimer, the Rebbe asks a question, but let's backtrack. You know, when we want to understand how to approach us today, what are we looking at? How do we define it? What are we looking for? So, a Yid, and especially a Chassid, knows Torah, that Torah illuminates every event and every date and every time to tell us to them. What's it about? What's Parashas Hayeh? That's true about every Yom Tif. Torah, and especially we were zeicha to learn Primis HaTorah, that when we learn Chassidus shares with us, gives us an appreciation for the Pneumistic meaning and Teichen of every single day. So it comes a Yom Tif, without learning Chassidus, it's like a very shallow, superficial Yom Tif. It has no meaning. For the Yom Tif to have depth, to have teichen, to have meaning, to have something that we could appreciate is through being illuminated in Chassidus. Right? Comes Chanukah, comes a Shabbos, comes a Purim, comes a Rosh Hashanah, Blas HaShefer, Simta Licht, right? What's going on? What's happening? Melech Tafar Chassidus, so it tells us what's taking place. What's the Tzichuf Kital? What's the Niskarim V'Nasim? That's true about every single event and every single day. And we call Shkei V'Kavachemer Yitzes Kislev, that if we want to understand Chassidus, How does Torah define what's the Teichen? Was redt sich in Mamar Chassidus wegen des Kislev? One of the main subjects, Pada B'Shalom Nafshi. And Chassidus explains and elaborates and speaks Barichos that there's a Padiyah B'derech Milchama and a Padiyah B'derech Shalom. That the Padiyah B'derech Milchama, that sometimes, what's a Padiyah? What are we referring to? What are we talking about a Padiyah? As Meferet Oiskelez, we become liberated. We get free from the challenges of our Nefesh HaBahamis. That's what life is all about, right? What is life all about? We have our struggles with our Nefesh HaBahamis, with the darkness, with the Cheshech Kofel, the Chupul of Elam Hazah. And if we succeed, if we come out good, that's a Padiyah, then we're liberated. But it says Chassidus there could be a Padiyah B'derech Milchama. You have to struggle, even though in the end you come out on top. And there's a Padiyah B'derech Shalom, Pada B'Shalom. Chassidus speaks Barichos Chigitela. Different levels in Padiyah B'Shalom and different levels in Padiyah B'derech Milchama. If you want to learn something about it now, right? The days leading up to this, because it's very wrong. I don't want to accuse you of anything. What's Padiyah? So one of the examples is Padiyah Pada B'Shalom. A Padiyah B'Shalom is like Limud Torah. When someone learns Torah, and you're learning in Torah about Inyani Ha'elam, that creates a bitter of Inyani Ha'elam. But you're not engaging with Inyani Ha'elam. You're learning Torah. You're in your own world. You're not having to come and deal with it. So it's a Padiyah B'derech Shalom. Du stehst Hechem. Und sie tut sich auf Kilu B'derech B'meila. And davening, or eating, each depending on which way you're at, is a Padiyah B'derech Milchama. You have to fight. Davening is that you're engaging with your Nefesh HaBahamis. Davening is the pshat that you're thinking about the words of davening and convincing your Nefesh HaBahamis nicht zu sein Abeima nor Liba B'nei Eibishter. Right? There is a Padiyah B'derech Shalom when you don't have any war, you don't have any opponent, and a Padiyah B'derech Milchama. It says in Chassidus, what's a Padiyah B'Shalom? When there's Gilu Yichida Shabinefesh, when there's Rabbi Madi, then it's Pada B'Shalom. When a person is tuned in to that level of the Neshama, as Darton is Yechida L'Yachdach, that over there's nothing that exists except the Eibishter, so then it's Pada B'Shalom. When a person doesn't have that level, his Etzem Neshama is Yechida Shabinefesh is Behala by him, so then he still has to struggle with the fights of his Nefesh HaBahamis, even if he wins, but it's not a Padiyah B'Shalom. Right? That's the Teichen of all of the Mamarim. Right? So far? Rabbi asks a question. Chassidus says, Ki berabim hayu imadim means Gilui HaYechida. And Gilui HaYechida, that brings about the Pada B'Shalom. So what does it mean in the Pasuk? Pada B'Shalom nafshi mikravli ki berabim hayu imadim. Mikravli means me'amochamitz habai savai. And the Mamar Chassidus explained that Kravli shows an intense, very strong Mohammed that's so bad because they're embracing each other and pulling each other down and wrestling each other. That's the worst, the hardest Mohammed. Kiber Rabbi Hayu Imadi. If there was a Rabbi Hayu Imadi, if there's Gilui HaYechida, that causes that there's no possibility of Mohammed. How could it be that there was a Mikravli after Rabbi Hayu Imadi? Question makes sense? That's what the Rebbe asked in the mind of Pada B'Shalom. How could it be? There's two different things. The pasuk is putting together two opposites that seemingly can't go together. So So the Rebbe answers in the mind like this, that the pasuk is coming to be meramis. That sometimes a person is stuck in a state of bekravli, that says that Yechidah Shabbat is nish begili. What's Yechidah Shabbat? We're all familiar with these concepts, right? What's Yechidah Shabbat?
Highest part of the Mishal.
What?
Highest part of the Mishal.
So it should be called Hamayla Shabbat. The highest. Yechidah doesn't mean high. What's the type Yechidah?
One.
Echad. Okay. What's the difference between Echad and Yachid?
Single.
Yachid means alone. You say in davening, V'yachid l'vaveinu la'ahava l'yiras shmecha. What does it mean, V'yachid l'vaveinu? That I should have such a strong love for the Eibishter as nishtat kein andere Zach. Only the love of the Yechidah, that level of the neshama, there's no room for anything else except me and the Eibishter. Say, Shayna Yechidah liyachtach. Yechidah means alone. It's Yachid. It's one with the Eibishter, and there's nothing else that exists except that's the Eibishter. And therefore, over there's no Muhammad. That's the pshat. This is what we're learning about it. This is about Midas Kislev. When I'm tuned into that level, when I'm functioning on that level of Yechidah, then Nishtat Kein Zacha Chutz Mir Deish. I'm not fighting with anything because there isn't anything. So the question is, how could there be Yechidah and at the same time there's Mikravli, and I need a Pasuk B'Shalom Mikravli? Says the Rebbe like this: the Pasuk is coming to be Meramis. That even someone who's on the level of Mikravli, his Yechidah Shabbat is Behelim. He's not feeling it. So what does he feel? There are things besides the Eibishter. There's the Eibishter, there's Yeshiva, there's Seder Yeshiva. And there's also the store in the corner of faith. There's the nash, there's the chocolate bars, and there's the beach. There's a lot of things going on. It's not Yechidah. I have to fight to do the right thing. Says the Rebbe, the pasuk is being meramis. You're on that level. Nevertheless, you have a eitzah. You have a tool to bring about by yourself pada b'shalom. What's the tool? Through the machshava b'inyan haYechidah. Think about Yechidah. Be mizbeinin. Trach tzachalai. Think, remind yourself about your Yechidah Shabbat, and that is beinus will also bring about the Pachid B'Shalom. What does it mean, think about Yechidah Shabbat?